Hello and welcome to our latest Gemini Rogues video. These are Halloween Are they Halloween commanders?
Well, for the Halloween op, so I should imagine so, yeah.
But you can't buy them, you can only win them in crates. So I do believe that is correct. I'm sure you can only get them in crates. But anyway, if you manage to get one, this is one of them. He is an American and he's got a big gun. And his name is VINCENT MORDOFF, and he is a destroyer commander by the looks of it. It's very similar to all your other destroyer commanders, but he has got one obvious difference at the bottom. Base trait is reload. Do you use much reload in?
It's not really something you need in an American destroyer, so they're a bit strange that most of his traits are built around turning the guns quicker to traverse and firing quicker. I mean, you can see the extra shell damage, but you lose 10% detectable to destroyers. You're not really benefiting anything from that, so I'd just go with a 6% standard without no drawback.
To be honest, I always go, because I always play destroyers, I always go stealth. I don't really go anything else with destroyers.
Well, it's weird because you've got different people play ships in a different way, don't they? I mean, look at that. I mean, there's some tricky ones to pick from there. Traverse it guns, you don't really need it, do you? And it's an American, I think it's 6 seconds on the Ben-Am that we're going to predominantly use this guy for, which is linked up with the op, if you know what I mean. Same with that, reload again. Everything's based around reload. I must admit though that when it comes to this one, you've got to pick the last one. I mean, that's not a bad one because of the length of smoke screens you get with American destroyers. 4% quite a lot more time, you know, based in relevant terms.
I know, but look at this last one.
I think it's a must. If anyone's not got the Ben-Ham yet, the new tier 6 destroyer, the airship, you do lose your torpedoes and your guns repeatedly. I mean, if you look at the top where it says it, at maximum mastery, your armaments cannot be incapacitated. I think that's a must because they just get knocked out constantly. We've got a Ben-Ham video coming out soon that'll show it more.
So you don't lose your torpedoes, or you don't lose your guns, and what else don't you lose? That's it, isn't it?
That's it. But
it's nothing to do with engine, though, is it?
The legendary perk, you just got to go with the engine one. I don't know why you're just a sitting duck if you lose your engine, and this just stops that from happening. And I don't think the other one's that bigger. I mean,
no, it's always
extra
engine.
rudder shift is not really.
It's definitely always engine.
Yeah, it's always engine. I don't see why you possibly go with anything other. But I think he's a decent commander of Vincent.
So looking at this, Vincent is pretty good, even though everything else is standard, but he's got that extra one. Whatever.
So I'm going to let you pronounce this one.
Blue FURIORA.
So maximum speed.
German, by the way.
Maximum speed on a main books. I'll let you talk through these because you.
This is torpedo speed, which is what is the actual extra? Oh, the extra one's at the top, isn't it? Torpedo speed standard. Torpedo reload time's pretty good, but very standard for German. But the unique ones here decrease your torpedo visibility 150 meters, but your reload time for 30%, but your damage is down 40%.
That's massive.
Down.
That's a massive problem. I mean, you're going to see that with some
down.
Some more like if you're Japanese.
40.
Yeah, if you're Japanese, you're in trouble there, aren't you? It's more suited to Russian ship, I dare say. They do a lot of damage, but the reload's massive in it on the torpedoes.
I know, but this is German. You can only use it in German.
I mean, that's another one there. Detectable, down by 10% destroyed, but 10% of your health gone already. There's no benefit. You'll spot them first, yeah, but you'll get one salvo, but you've already lost 10% of your hit points anyway. So
this is very similar to the Von Speed, but she's got the extra one at the top, which isn't that good.
Yeah.
40% down. It's not even a positive, is it? May as well. I don't know. What was her trait? Was it speed?
Yeah, I think it was speed. I mean, looking at the way the Halloween op's going to work, it's looking like it's based on the Z23 that the Germans are going to use. So you need to set this commander up for the Z23 if you get it. If you know what I mean.
Oh, the Halloween op is the 23. Yeah. Okay, I get you.
And obviously the Ben-Am is what the first commander was set up to. And we're going to look at the last one in a minute. It was going to be for the Ognavoy, the new Russian tier 6 destroyer that's coming out shortly. But again, engine speed, you've got to go with that. It's got some interesting perks. I quite like how they're different because we saw some similarities, didn't we, with the
well, these are basically the same except for the little extra ones.
The Mosquito.
The one extra one.
I think it's a Mosquito, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get this guy.
Sergio.
Sergio Splendento. He sounds very Italian to me, but he's a Russian commander for some strange reason. But he's got the worst traits of the lot, to be fair. I mean, traverse speed of the guns improved by 1.4. That's just great.
Torpedoes. Torpedo, awesome.
Because you really need that in a Russian Russian destroyer, don't you? Torpedoes a bit faster. Incoming splash damage, he's negated by how you plate ship.
No special.
Yeah, it's the least of your worries in a Russian destroyer, to be fair. Splash damage. Sea detectable range, that's always a massive bonus if you can get that down in something Russian. Maximum speed, they're pretty fast anyway, so it just depends. We've not really got any stats for the Ognivore yet, so it's hard to say which one of these traits is going to be good.
This is a good one.
Yeah.
When you go on your death run.
You do like this for your French destroyers, don't you? They've got the same perk there, haven't they?
Yeah, but it's a death run ship, isn't it? Russian.
These are tricky. Torpedo launch time. And the next one, I think, is range on your main guns, which has just been improved on the patch note. So the Russian destroyers can shoot quite far now. With that extra as well, but you do lose some health. But again, the Russian destroyers are quite blessed when it comes to
10% when it's fully filled.
Yeah. This is a strange one. I'll let you talk through this one.
Reduce armament, reload time as ship sustains damage. You'd have to work that out. You really would have to work that out because...
It's a lot, isn't it?
Are we talking you got to lose all your hit points for it to be worth having?
It looks that way. It looks like
it's 0.1.
Yeah, the worse position you're in as a ship, the more benefit you get from this perk. So it's a bit something different, though, isn't it? It's not like a normal.
And you do lose your hit points in your Russian.
Yeah, it's quite a lot, quite soon, quite fast. This is just a normal one. We've seen this before on the other ones, but it's not a bad one to have, I dare say. But rudder shift time's not that big an issue, is it? When you're in a destroyer, it's not something you.
So, which perky thing's new? Is it the last one that's coming up?
The one above as well. I've not seen that one before. The risk of engine being capacity, I mean, it's just near enough negating it, isn't it? If you think it looks like it's going to go up to 80% by the time you've fully mastered it, which is near enough making it impossible to take your engine out. But if you've got this perk, kind of pointless.
If you use your legendary, then that's wasted, isn't it?
Yeah, it's completely. Don't get me wrong, you're going to protect your rudder shift, but it's not something you generally lose very often anyway, is it? Your rudder, I dare say.
Which one do you reckon is the best? Splendendo or Vincent?
I like the German. Blue.
Oh, Blue. Oh, what's the name? Fiona.
Yeah.
Ponda or whatever.
We'll see. We'll see how they come out. Until we get to see the ships they're based around, then we'll know more. Then, but this is the traits they've got.
But I do like the new ones they've got. Anyway, Killers 05. Let's call that a wrap on as commanders. I'll do in a bit. Laters. Bye. See y'all.